The Gold Coast market's fared really well this year. The recent figures from RP Data and CoreLogic is that the Gold Coast has had a 2% growth over the last quarter alone. So things are looking great for the remaining part of the year.
Kaloshi, you're the king of real estate on the coast. You've been here for many years. Could you talk us through your business from its infancy to what you built it to today and what the market's been like on the Gold Coast?
Yeah, look, I've been selling real estate on the Gold Coast now for 23 years, since 1997. The Gold Coast offers so much more than most places. It's probably recognised as one of the best places to live in the world. It offers a really good lifestyle, affordability with real estate, climate. I think with all the government infrastructure that's come in over the past decade leading into the Commonwealth Games has really transformed the coast. A lot more people are relocating up from Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, starting to see a lot of expats coming back from abroad. So I think the Gold Coast market generally over the next decade will perform really, really well.
Look, COVID at the start was extremely concerning. The first sort of March and April was very concerned about where the general economy, both Australia and through the world, where it was going to end up. However, I think the Gold Coast of the last sort of 2 or 3 months has definitely performed strongly, as we've seen people wanting to navigate back towards lifestyle choices. Undersupply and strong migration is going to see markets continue to strengthen over the next 1 to 2 years.
The demand this year, I think, has really stepped up from last year. The last couple of years have been strong. This year's just escalated again, and you couple that with the fact that there's very limited stock on the market, and it's just a really, really strong market.
The Gold Coast has matured a lot over the last 15 years. We've gone from a small city into a city that's going to mature into a medium to larger city over the next 15 years. The amount of infrastructure that's being pumped in from all 3 forms of government is going to see us continue to grow.
The rental market has absolutely gone gangbusters, so we're finding a lot of investors coming back into the market again. It's actually cheaper to purchase now as well than it is to rent.
I would say that nearly every transaction over $4 million in the last decade that we've done is completely cash. Now, in the previous cycles, we would see people with $1.5 to $2 million that go and try and buy a property for 7. These days, we're now seeing people buy a $4 million property that could pay for it 3, 4, 5, 6 times over with cash. Interstate migration is probably the strongest we've seen in a long time. We've had a number of buyers from Melbourne that have transacted on things sight unseen or with the use of 3D Matterports and FaceTime inspection. So that's a new trend that has actually been quite strong. And look, I think a lot of people have actually fast-tracked their plans to actually migrate to the Gold Coast now. So a lot of the clients that are inquiring from interstate probably had a 2 or 3 year view or even a 4-year view that they were going to come up here in that time. And now they're sort of saying, okay, well, we'll be up here for the next school year. We'll try and purchase something now. We're seeing a lot of the older or ageing population down in Melbourne, Sydney that are not wanting to obviously travel abroad anymore, even if they could. So they're looking to buy a second home or relocate permanently.
Rental demand is huge at the moment. Again, there's been a shortage of rental property coming on the market. A lot of people moving up here with a view to buy. They can't find what they want, so they go and rent something for 6 or 12 months and then buy into the new developments.
I think we're seeing a new trend now with all of the off-the-plan stock where I would say 80 to 90% of the buyers are downsizers.
So with the creeks on either end of Palm Beach, our proximity to the airport and Burleigh Heads, we've got our new artificial reef, all of our restaurants and cafes. We're the new trendy hub, and it's a beautiful mix, I think, in Palm Beach of the elderly as well as young families. We've got beautiful schools.
There is currently a shortage of apartment stock on the Gold Coast. We really found that Palm Beach has been one of the hottest markets on the Gold Coast, and every development that's been launched is now pretty much sold out. There are a couple of exceptions, but generally there's lack of choice for buyers and the market is ready for more stock.
Look, Palm Beach has gone through a resurgence. As you're probably aware, there's been a lot of new developments right through the main Gold Coast Highway, both sides of the Gold Coast Highway, beach side and highway side. Again, there's a big demand for Palm Beach, and that's probably on the back of a really good market in Burleigh as well. So they're just coming over the bridge there, enjoying Palm Beach. You've got new coffee shops and cafes and all those cosmopolitan outlets as well. So Palm Beach is going through a great resurgence, and there's obviously a demand for that.
People's ability to live in a place that is an amazing place like the Gold Coast and like Palm Beach is so much greater now that you don't have to do a 9 to 5 in a particular place anymore. I think that has really changed dramatically. I think your ability to work from home part of the week or all of the week in a job that might be based somewhere else means that a place like Palm Beach, where you've got fantastic lifestyle but great access to other infrastructure nearby in the Gold Coast, is going to be a real fantastic investment over the long term, because it just gives you the best of both worlds.